So we're talking about sort of getting started in your business in 3 easy steps. So for me, this is a simple procedure that you can do, a little planning exercise that you can do either weekly, you can do one for the month and break it down into weekly, you can even do it daily. So when I have anybody within my team who has a big goal in terms of like incentive planning, or they absolutely have to have a certain amount of money, I'll always encourage to break that down into daily goals so you're keeping track every day. And the reason for that is so that it's not like you can get to it's not like you can get to the end of the month and go, oh, I'm not going to do it. You kind of already know on day 2, if you've broken your goal down, you know what you need to be doing on average per day. And if you didn't do it in the first 2 days, then you need to adjust. You need to make some adjustments. So nothing will ever come as a surprise in your business. So you won't need to worry about that, but you can just adjust, at every point. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what do you want? What do you want in your business? Why did you join even? It's sometimes that the great thing about our business is that we can pick it up or put it down as and when. You are your own boss. But sometimes I find it pretty powerful to start to think about the first time you heard about the business opportunity, or where you were in your life when you said yes and you thought, I need to make this happen. And maybe for whatever reason, you're not in the place that you wanted to be. Maybe you are in the place that you want to be and you want to learn some new skills of, how can I plan my business more effectively? How can I kind of launch, innovation? And people are like, oh, well, when you first started, you did this. And what do you do now? Well, you just keep launching, as if you're launching your business. And that's how you'll keep the motivation. That's how you'll keep the excitement. So why did you join? What do you want out of the business? It might be that you need 100 quid a week. It might be that you need 100 quid a month. It might be that you need £1,000 a month. It might be that you need £10,000 a month. Everybody is really different. Now, I know that lots of people in Forever talk about case credits, which is the unit that we all kind of go for incentives, for case credits. They talk about being the key to the marketing plan and all this kind of stuff. But I don't actually talk to my team in terms of case credits. I talk in terms of money, because I would rather know that my team member who joined to make £200 a month is earning £200 a month, as opposed to doing 2.4 case credits or whatever it is. So we talk in money a lot. And I think that, if you know what you need money-wise, then it's very easy to plan it out. And it has more meaning to you, because nobody ever started Forever saying, oh, I started Forever because I wanted to collect case credits. Said no one ever. So, the reason why you started, the reason why most of the people in your team will start, is to earn some extra money for whatever reason. It might not be for money, but, it more than likely is. So why did you join? What do you want? But how do you do it? That's what we're going to talk about today. So how do you do it? How do you plan it out? How do you do it? So, okay. There's lots of kind of hang-ups that lots of us have, and please don't think you're the only person. You'll always have hang-ups. We always do. It doesn't matter what you do. How many times do you go to the gym? But I bet sometimes you get nervous about walking in there. I did when I used to go. Exercise classes, still get a bit nervous. I get nervous if I walk into Starbucks. So you're never gonna feel like totally comfortable with doing stuff. But I was listening the other day to a YouTube video from a man that I love his stuff. I've read most of his books and he's done a lot, John Maxwell. And he's like this guru, total guru on leadership. And I absolutely love him. And so many people say to me, which I find hilarious, but so many people say, oh, how do you, you do these webinars, or I don't know, you speak on stage or whatever, you just seem so comfortable with it. It seems like it's second nature. It just comes natural to you. And I have to laugh because I think, oh my gosh, one of the first events, I think it was the first event actually I spoke at, was for Jane, and it was at her event. I think it was like a race course or something somewhere. I can't remember. There was like raised seating, and my mum sat under that like stage seating with me while I literally had a panic attack, and I was breathing into a paper bag. And as I walked onto the stage, I was crying. So I remember thinking, Jesus, where's this going to go? Like, am I either going to pass out? Oh, like, that is going to be so embarrassing, or I'm just going to be okay. And I had everything written out word for word what I was going to say. So if I lost my place, I was totally screwed because I had no idea what I was going to do. But my point being is that, you know, when people are like, how many years down the line? Like 7 years down the line, and they're like, oh, how do you do it? You're just a natural. I'm like, well, no, I've probably done it like 10,000 times. Spoken, well, more than that. 50,000 times, spoken on a webinar, done a training for the team, done a live, spoken at an event or whatever. That's how it's more comfortable. I still get really nervous, but that's how it's more comfortable. That's how I'm confident in what I'm doing, because I've done it 50,000 times. If you did anything 50,000 times, you probably get to feeling, you know, quite all right about it. Like, well, yeah, you know, I've got to do it. Okay. Oh, wow. Where's it? 4 a.m. Crikey. Oh, Australia. Hey, Trace. Okay. So, you may never feel ready to do something like that we're going to talk about. You may never feel motivated. You may never have the courage to do it. You may never feel confident. And all I'm going to say is, yeah, I know, we all feel like that. Just do it anyway. Because I've previously, like, so I've suffered with depression and things like that. And what I realized was, do you know when I've struggled the most is when I'm not progressing? And I think, and this doesn't mean like achieving a lot of stuff, but I'm just not moving forward. So I just feel like stuck in a rut, feel quite down. Then I start to doubt myself and everything, and it can send you into a bit of a spiral. And you know what? Like, most of us are like that in life. So the key word, I think, is just progress. Don't be hard on yourself. There's no need to be hard on yourself. But if you're always progressing, even if that's doing some, I'm not on about getting results, but doing something that you're not quite comfortable with, but actually could improve some area of your life, just do it. So you're always making progress. Okay, that's what we want to go for. So I know that lots of people will have just started their business, and there'll be lots of new people on. I've got a dog with dementia and he barks at anything. So I've left the front door open, so I'm freezing. I've got my heating full up, front door's open, and he still barks. So. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about making a plan, and hopefully I'm going to break it down. I find people struggle with this the most. They're like, I want this, but I don't know how to get it. Or I really want this, and I think I've made a plan. But normally they're just dividing case credits up. And case credits don't really mean much to you because, you know, you didn't join for case credits or whatever. So we need to work out a way to plan out a week, a month, whatever, in a way that really kind of resonates with you, keeps you focused, and kind of looks like, oh yeah, I get it. I see what I've got to do. That isn't hard, which is always my aim for anything, is to, you know, when people talk about stuff and they big it up and they worry about things, I'm always like, yeah, there's always a simple answer to it. Let's just break it down. So it's always my goal is to just make it simpler for people. So we want to make a plan, because if you can plan it, you are already halfway there. Now, don't get me wrong. I can plan out earning £1 million a week. Don't mean for a second I'm going to do it unless I'm willing to take the action. So you've got to make a plan, you've got to make it detailed, and you've got to get ready to take the action. So we all know that. None of us are stupid. You're not going to write a plan down on paper and it's just going to suddenly happen. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that really specifically. It's no rocket science, but it is really effective. Oh, it's 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, whatever. So we're going to plan it out in 3 easy steps. And so if you need to get a pen and paper, get a pen and paper right now, because this might help you to break down how to plan it out. And I don't know when the recording will be available, so you might not be able to watch it again straight away. And I'll show you the 3 easy steps to plan out your business. I'm going to try to. There we go. I don't know why those things come out. See, I'm not very good at slides. I didn't know there was like a release thing. Okay, step 1. How much do you want? So why don't you just plan out the next 7 days, if that's easy for you? But if you're like, no, I have a monthly goal, I have to achieve the monthly goal, so I'm going to plan out a monthly goal, and that's absolutely fine, because this is just exactly the same. You could plan out a day's activity, you can plan out a week's activity, you can plan out a month's activity. It's actually done in exactly the same way. So first of all, I want you to ask yourself the question and write it down on your sheet of paper. How much do you want? So in that day, that week, that month, how much do you want to earn? Write down the amount that you want to earn. Now this will, you know, this has to be linked to a reason you're doing your business, whether you you know, want to pay for the kids after school clubs, whether you want to pay for, you know, some bills at home or a mortgage, whether you want to buy a dog, whether you, which was loads of people in lockdown, weirdly, whether you want to, I don't know, pay to get your car fixed, get a new car, like what's the goal? Some people struggle too when they have really big goals. So I was speaking to one of my girls the other week, and she was like, I just want to be like disgustingly rich, and I don't know how to plan that out. And I'm like, you can't say that. Like, what do you mean disgustingly rich? Your idea of disgustingly rich and my idea of disgustingly rich are probably 2 totally different things. So you need to tell me, like, what do you need? What do you want to be earning per month? What does disgustingly rich look like to you? But more important than like, I just want to be disgustingly rich, is what is that going to do for your life? How is that going to make a difference? Because when I started my business, I was starting because I was 10 weeks from going on maternity with my son. And I was terrified that I was going to have to go back to work early because we didn't have enough money. So I was really worried, and I was thinking, oh man, I won't be able to go to Starbucks and do all that because my husband will, you know, if I'm spending too much, he'll definitely make me go back to work and and all of those things. So that for me was a driving force enough to really put in the activity when I started, plan out my business. And I did this, and I have, I'll have to get it out for a webinar one day. It's over in my garage, but it's a massive diary, like a A4 one that I had in the place. And I literally planned out every single case credit, divided them up into days, divided it into hours. And I knew exactly where I was and on track with my business. So it's not surprising that I achieved the goals that I had, and it actually exceeded them because I was all planned out. So let me go on to why do you want it? Because you heard what I just said about my friend saying I just want to be disgustingly rich, and that's cool. But you know, you've probably always wanted that in your life, but you haven't achieved it. So maybe that's not actually going to drive you enough. You need to have bigger reasons that are going to keep you motivated and focused and driven on a daily basis. So working out why you want it, and you look, this doesn't have to be like, oh, your why should make you cry. I know that's what people say, and that's great. But for me, I you know, I didn't cry over my why until I had achieved what I needed to achieve. Then I cried over what I'd done, but I never cried about why I was willing to do it. Because I tell you now, if something makes you cry, you want it that bad, and you're not doing it, it's not the why. You're just a bit emotional, in my opinion. If it's that emotive that it makes you cry, like you're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. So why do you want it? It might just be, my son's karate is 70 quid a month. I really want to pay for that. That'll help out. That could be it. You might want to earn 70 quid a month, whatever it is. I want you to be specific about it. And what you're willing to do to make it happen. Because listen, nothing's going to happen without you doing anything. You know, we're not just going to plan it out and suddenly everything's going to start falling in your lap. We're going to have to actually take some action. Some of it won't be comfortable because we're not used to doing it, and it might be something new, but don't worry, because nothing's too crazy. You're not going to have to make a fool out of yourself or anything like that, but you might have to go out of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, step 2 is that once you have that figure in your head, then we have to make a plan. So here's the example, okay? So step 2 is making a plan. And I've literally shown you how I plan out my team members to help them get to their goals. Now, there is a little tool that I have, which I've done for my team. I'm not sure if it is, if Forever have it already. I mean, if they have, I'll be a little bit gutted. I'm not going to lie that it took me flipping ages to do it. I did it a long while ago. It's just a document which is in the files section in our team page, which I have listed, not every single product, but mostly the popular products that we sell. So I've listed those, and then what I've done is listed the retail price in this column, and then assistant supervisor, assistant manager, the profit that they earn from each one. Because everybody that joins is joining. Normally, I would say 99.9% of people are joining because they have a monetary value that they want to achieve for whatever reason is their why. Okay, so I'm all about helping people earn that bit of extra money. So here's an example of how you can earn £100. Now, let's say we hear about 4 case credits, or we know that 4 case credits is obviously different for different levels of the marketing plan. For an assistant supervisor, it's 344 quid. So if you're someone who wants to earn 344 quid, that is 4 case credits. So just so you know that if you are focused on the case credit value, then 4 case credits is £344 at assistant supervisor level. So of course, as you move up the marketing plan, you get higher percentage of discounts, which means a higher percentage of profit. So very much if, you know, people are like, oh, I don't care about the incentives, so I just need the extra money. Okay, but something to consider is that as you move up the marketing plan, you get paid more for doing the same amount of work, right? So that is something to consider. And if you want to learn sort of how to move through the marketing plan, you can go on YouTube on the Forever channel, and there's loads of how to move through the marketing plan. So here's the example of how we plan out £100. Here we go. And then I'm going to go through that with you in a second, but step 3 is how are you going to do it? So then it's not just planning out, okay, I need to sell this, 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 and this. How are we going to actually do it? Now, I am literally just going to talk about retail, but actually we market retail just as we market, you know, in an extra income. So it's the same kind of activities, just a different outcome, really. I'm only going to talk about how to kind of get started, get your retail plan in place, and get making that money. So if you want £100 a week, if you want £100 a month, this is going to be the £100 plan. These are the activities we can do in order to make that happen. So we can look at doing online parties, using your stories, using polls, so that instead of you reaching out to people, and don't get me wrong, this doesn't have, you don't put one poll on and people reply. You have to do things consistently and like, oh yeah, this is what she does. Okay, yeah, I'm going to answer that now. This has to be consistent. So polls where people are literally raising their hands saying, yeah, give me more information about what it is that you're talking about. Inbox sales, I know we call them secret sales or whatever, but lots of people use things like that. And then lives as well. Lives are a great way to interact with people. Let me get all that up. There we go. Good. I thought I was going to skip past it then. Right, fab. So this is the profit plan. So I want to show you first. Let me stop this share so you've got this on your full screen. So this is the plan that I literally had on my wall. And if I want to plan retail out really exactly if I want to earn a certain amount from retail or get a certain amount of case credits. This is how I plan out retail. So £100 profit literally looks like this as an assistant supervisor. I've written it out as well, which I'll show you on the screen in a bit, but it literally looks like this. So I will write the product, the amount, and then I'll put little boxes. So as the week or the month goes on, I know this is my focus. If you think, we talk about 3 easy steps of getting your business started. Well, 3 easy, simple products to retail. Everyone you know, I hope, brushes their teeth. Everyone you know uses a hand soap. The shake, okay, not everyone drinks a shake, but you can probably find 6 people in your entire network who want to try your shake, certainly if you're marketing it well enough as well. So this is showing you 5 hand soaps, 6 shakes, 14 tooth gels. I do this because I do 2 tooth gels per customer. Don't sell them on their own as singles. I only sell 2 at a time. So that for me would be 7 customers of the tooth gel, 6 customers of the shake, and 5 customers of the hand soap. Could be that, you know, you don't need, 14, 20, 25 customers. This could be that 1 customer buys all 3 as well. But these are the products you're going to focus on. So rather than thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what to promote, I don't know what to market, I don't know what stories to use, I don't know what this. Listen, make it simple for yourself. This is £100 profit. You can do this in a week and have it as £400 over the month, or you can have it as a month, whatever your goal is. This just shows you how 3 simple products can make you £100. And that's nothing crazy. 1 simple kind of event, party, online sort of sale, whatever, that can get you that easy. So if you're looking for £100 profit, it really can be achieved very easily, but you also have to be very realistic in terms of marketing, how often people need to see things. You're not just going to post. Some people do. I mean, I have a crazy woman in Ireland, I think she's probably on Marie, she literally can like retail 10, 15 case credits by a little party that she throws. I'm like, okay, I have never, ever, ever been able to do that, ever. Like that is just not me. I am not that girl. It takes me a lot more than 1 party to retail 15 case credits, crikey. But that's her strength. Like she does that, so amazing. But, you know, for me, I plan out like this. I'm really, really exact. So looking, let me go back to my slides so don't go off path too much. Okay, so this is basically what this says down here that you can't see, which is, and this is as an assistant supervisor. So as an assistant supervisor, if you retail 5 hand soaps, and this profit might be slightly out because we had a little bit of price increase, don't we? So your profit's higher. So it's just roughly, but who cares? It's a plan. You get this done and you will earn a minimum of £100, okay? It's actually £101.66 if you're an assistant supervisor, if you get 5 hand soaps, 6 shakes, and 7 customers buying 2 tooth gels each. This is the profit that you're going to earn as an assistant. As a supervisor then, it's going to be £107. As an assistant manager, it's £121. And as a manager, it's £135. So you get what I was saying about moving through the marketing plan and the benefits of that. And I tell you, the next few months, Christmas, everybody's buying. It's just whether they buy from you. Don't think people have got no money either, because I don't know about you, my plan today is to do some Christmas shopping online. So like, people are not going to postpone Christmas because times can be a little bit challenging for people. And there are some people who are really thriving in these times in terms of, you know, their business, their industry that they're in. Not everybody is struggling. So if you have that opinion, it's not reflective of all markets, remember. So there are some people who are really, really thriving in these times, and there are others who are having more of a tricky time. And of course, for the people who are having a tricky time, then our business opportunity might be something that they might be interested in. So we've definitely got a way we can help people, whether it's with products or whether it's with a business opportunity as well. So just showing you how 3 simple products, a 3-step plan, £100 in profit. You can make that your weekly plan or a monthly plan, depending on what profit you want. You might think, do you know what, Em? I absolutely, like, I love the drinking gel, obviously. I really want to put that on there. I really love the Clean 9. I really want to market that. Then go ahead and do that. Add them on. Make sure you have a marketing plan for them, though, because most people go wrong in our industry by, when they say, it's not working for me. When did anything ever work for you? When did your car work without you taking the effort to switch the key? When did, you get a mortgage without making the effort of proving your income, doing the paperwork, doing all that? Everything is an effort. Yeah, you expect something else to work for you. Nothing works for you. You've got to make it work. You've got to be there consistently. You've got to show up. So it's having the marketing knowledge to get this done, which might be, just inviting some people to an online product party. Got Christmas coming up, you can do some Christmas themed stuff. Put some packs together yourself. You might want to, I don't know, sell the hand soap, the propolis cream, the hand cleanser, call it the hand defense pack or what have you. I know that, I'm not sure when this happens, I saw a thing this morning, so I won't say too much, but I know that the Advance Your Business pack, there are packs within that Forever have done, which are pretty awesome, like the sports pack, which is, I think, like a shake. I don't know what the other product was. I don't think it's Archie, but so they've put that together for you. They've given you ideas. There's lots of trainings on packs and things. And so you can really focus your marketing, like really specifically to that. Maybe you absolutely love our skincare. Maybe you can do those great stories of, doing your skin and whatnot. Amazing. Then plan out your business based around the skincare and what you have to sell of each product to get to your target. So if you want £100 a day, £100 a week, £100 a month, it's simply action in your plan. So it's getting the plan, breaking it down. What activity do I need to do to get these results? And breaking that plan down into bite-sized chunks. So literally, anyone that I work with that is, really one of their goals has been to get a promotion or to achieve an incentive, will tell you that I will break down the goal and make sure that they know exactly what they have to do by day. And every couple of days, I'll be like, how are we doing? One of my team messaged me this morning and said, yeah, my average last month was like, I'm just making this up, 3.4 per day. This month I'm on 2.8 per day. So actually what I need to do is I really need to up that now. So I've booked in a load of parties. I booked in loads of it. So you see, they're responding very accurately to how their business is moving. They know what they're doing per day. They divided up their case credits that they achieved last month into 30 days, 31 days, whatever it was. And they can see how their business, I'm going to end behind that. No, I wanted to progress this month, so I really need to pick it up. I need to pick up my activity. It's never left to the last minute of, I'm not going to do this. It's like, well, yeah, I know what I'm doing day by day. I know if I'm on track, I'm slightly off track, I can really kind of manage my business in that way. So let me just give you an example. Let's say you want to achieve manager, you want to do it over 4 months. It's 37.5 case credits per month for 4 months to get that done. If you divide 37.5 case credits by 31 days, that's 1.2 case credits a day. Let's say there are 10 people in your team, that's 0.120 case credits a day. That's a vanilla shake and like an aloe lips or something. Do you think you could sell a vanilla shake and an aloe lips per day? Between 10 of you, or, each for 10 people? Yeah, absolutely. What if someone went and sold a Clean 9? That's 4 days worth of your goal that you need. So, my point of breaking it down is so that you can keep monitoring it, you keep motivated, you keep focused on your goal, and it's much, much simpler when you do it that way. So remembering that activity doesn't bring results immediately all of the time. If you're someone who never uses social media, you don't really engage with people much on there, apart from a messenger, you don't really put out much content or value or humor or whatever, And suddenly you're like, oh, well, they said I just do stories and this is how this can happen. Well, it's going to take a little bit of time to build up that traction, but that's okay. We've all got time. The days are going to pass anyway. We may as well pass with doing the consistent activity. So how are you going to get your products out there? How are you going to, what activity are you going to do consistently? Don't pick what activity you're going to do once. It's just absolutely pointless. But what are you going to do consistently? Now, I've always built my business online. I actually planned in one product launch, which was in person, drove 3.5 hours down from Manchester, where I was in the police, drove down heavily pregnant to my mum's, and not one person turned up. Of course, 3 months later, my mum had a product launch and like every man and their dog turned up. But nobody turned up for mine. I didn't even have a product launch. I just did everything I did online. So you know that we have been forced into this online world through lockdown. Like that suits me down to the ground, because that's actually how I've built my business over the last 7 years anyway. So it works. Obviously we can still do experience packs. You can still probably get stalls and stands and things like that at locations. If you're happy with that, it's cool. And obviously take all the safety precautions. But also you can do everything online, but you've got to learn it. You know, you can't just expect that I'll do one post and, you know, suddenly I'll build a great business. It's never going to work like that. It's never going to be that easy. I wish it was, but it's not going to be. Track your results though, because as you get more consistent, as the time passes, you're going to get better results. 100%. Like it is impossible. You do a story today, look at your views, do a poll, look at how many people respond. You do a story tomorrow, I bet you any money that figure goes up. Like any money. I know it. Sometimes I've like not been active like on my Instagram stories, and let's say I got 10 views, for example, and the next day, after 2 days of being consistent, I get 100 views. You know, I'm going to get rewarded for being social. So if you're being social consistently, that platform is going to reward you by putting it in front of people, letting people see it, putting it in front of people who are more likely to engage with you as well. So make sure you're keeping track, whether it's on your polls, how many requests for info you have, whether it's how many people you invited to your party, to how many people said yes, they'll turn up, how many sales you made, how many lives you do, if you give a call to action on your live to message you for some information about this, that or the other, and people are getting in touch with you, then make a note of that, because you want to find out, you want to see the growth. But growth doesn't necessarily mean sales. Growth can mean eyes on what it is that you're doing, intrigue in what it is that you're doing. It doesn't have to mean, oh, well, I didn't make any sales, so this isn't working. Okay, then fine. So we have to market. We have to market us. We have to market the products. And we're in network marketing. Remember, you've got to build a network to market to. But most people just go like, oh, well, I got a network. And well, you need to learn marketing. Pay some attention to how to market. How to do a poll. Better, you can just Google or go on YouTube how to put a poll on your Facebook stories, or how to do a Facebook story, or how to do an Instagram story, or how to put a poll on an Instagram story. You'll find a video that talks you through it, that you can literally have your phone in front of you and copy that at the same time. So really simple. I'm laughing at Trace. I'm costing you money no, you need a piece of paper, Trace. You can put that, stick that on your wall. You can track that. You don't need to go and buy a whiteboard and whiteboard pens. I do like pretending to be a teacher, even if I'm just bossing myself around. Okay, so consistency is key. I hope I've really kind of got that home. And remember that the small decisions that you make every day, which are quite simple, like put on a story, don't put on a story, offer the business to 5 people a day or 10 people a day. If you want to build a team, don't offer the business to 5 or 10 people a day. Do it for 5 days in a row, take 2 days off, or do it for 7 days in a row. These are small decisions that you make on a daily basis. And these are going to be the things that have determined the position you're in your business, in life, up until this point. And they're going to determine what it looks like moving forward. So sometimes it can be a little bit hard to accept that where we are in life right now is a result of the decisions that we've made so far. And that can be sometimes a bitter pill to swallow, because you're like, no, why would I want to be in this tough position? Why would I want to feel like this? Why would I not want to be achieving what I... But if you actually are really honest with yourself and you look back and you're like, yeah, I can actually see how I got here. I can see how my confidence dropped because I did less activity, which means I was scared then to start doing the activity again. And I mean, this is the same for everyone, right? So I'm just, just a reminder that it's only small decisions every day we need to make, and the compound effect will happen. The compound effect is just, your small decisions every day having a result. They will compound into a big result at the end. They absolutely will. And if you start now with implementing a plan, getting really strict about, what I want to earn, most people, comment yes or no. Make sure you comment. I don't want to be sat here on my own waiting for you to say yes or no, but comment yes or no as to whether you've ever planned your business out like that. Have you ever been so specific? Have you really taken the time to sit down and think, what products do I want to focus on? Or do you feel really overwhelmed? You're like, oh my God, no one. Shush. Okay. Oh my gosh, you wait and see then. You wait and see what happens this month. Never made. Oh my gosh, I just made this mega easy for you then. Well, I don't know actually with the list of product profits, but to be honest, Pen, you've probably got a few products that are your favorite, that you're comfortable with marketing. So just work out the profit on them. You're 35% of the retail value. Just like work out that profit. You can do it just on a few products. You don't need to know the profit of the 300 products. I'm sorry about my dog's bum. Hugo, down. Yeah, you don't need to know the exact profits of all 300 odd products to be able to make yourself a plan. Pick the products that you like and then work out the profit of those and go from there. So you can keep it really simple. But if there are this many of you that have never planned out or never even taught the people that you're bringing in to plan out in this way, then you can make a really, really, really big difference in your business. And Shakti, I was never taught this either. This is just something that I kind of worked out for myself, and a little plan, a 3-step plan that I teach my team, because I just kind of worked it out and started doing it, but nobody taught me either. Sometimes we've got to be innovative ourselves. We can't always rely on others. We've got to seek out the information. I've got to go on YouTube and, learn about sales. I've got to go on YouTube and learn about marketing, because, I'm not just sitting here like, well, I wonder when Forever are going to do a webinar and teach me how to advertise my business on Facebook. Or I wonder how Forever are going to teach me, what on earth do probiotics do? I just get on Google, like, what do probiotics do? Why are they good for you? And my team will tell you, I literally research, for example, with the skincare, I researched every single ingredient in every single product. Not that people need to know it to buy, they just need to know how it feels. But I wanted to know, have Forever really done what they said? Did they really pick the best ingredients? Why are they the best ingredients? Why do they work so good and well synergistically together? Like, my responsibility, nobody else's. So go and seek out the information that you're looking for to help you in your business, because when you take responsibility, when you're making progress all the time, it will show in not just your business area of your life, but every area of your life. So start now, watch the changes roll in. Let me open up now for any questions before we go. My dogs, sorry. Let me see. Can I explain how the inbox sale works, please? No, because I haven't got a clue. All I know is that some of the team invite people to, I've got a sale on Friday, for example. I've got some offers on Friday. Do you want me to add you to the inbox? And they post the offers in the inbox and just say, message me outside of the inbox to place an order. So I think it's literally just as simple as that. I haven't done one myself, but that's what the team do. Joyce, you're welcome. Polls work, you can just use them. In fact, I'll show you very quickly. It depends, like you can do it on Facebook or Instagram. So you go to the little camera at the top to do a story, but this is like basic stuff on Instagram that you need to Google and YouTube and find out and seek out the information if you need it. So let's say, this is just a baby thing. You go to the little smiling face at the top, click on poll, and then whatever question, for example, that you want to ask there. Yeah, and they type yes, no, or do you want like more info, whatever. So that's how you do a poll, but literally just Google it. There's so many videos on YouTube of how-tos. It's really simple. Do I use my personal pages or do you have a business page? So I advertise on Facebook, so I have a business page on Facebook, but it's paid advertisement. I have got the best results in my business from doing lives and interacting on my personal page, and that's what you should do. You should definitely use your personal page to do your lives. For me, that's just a great way to interact with people. And it's kind of like, I like to think like a natural follow-up, because I have spoken to lots of people about the business over the years. And when I do lives, I get into conversations with people. See, lives don't equal sales, but lives will equal conversations. So if you're doing lives as well in a specific way with a specific call to action, like, let me give you an example. My top 5 fat blasting tips that you would never have guessed. I mean, I would only have to Google now, top 5 fat blasting tips. And there we go, I've got my live. I write down the 5 tips, keep it by the side of my computer. I have to share with you guys these 5, the top 5 fat blasting tips. I give them 3 and tell them to inbox me for the other 2. I'll inbox you for the other 2. Just inbox me if you want the other 2 as well. I don't want to keep you on here too long, but if you're interested in the other 2 ones, you know. And one of them could be like, take Garcinia supplements. And then people are obviously gonna ask you for information about that. Oh, where can I get that? Oh, you can get them from me. See? So it's kind of a call to action, giving them 3 things, telling them to message you for the other 2. Some people might not. Anyone who comments on it or whatever, I would always engage them and say, oh, thanks for commenting on my live. I get really nervous doing them, but I'm going to do them more often, blah, blah, blah. How are you doing? They're probably watching it because they want to lose weight. If they're replying, interacting, saying hi when you're doing a live about fat blasters, then it's probably because they want to lose weight. So they're going to interact with you, and therefore you can reach out and be like, hey, how are you? Have you been really bad in lockdown too? There you go. You're into a conversation. Great time then to maybe recommend some of our weight management range. Please share your sheet of profits. It's not right anyway, Shantu. Like I mentioned, I don't know where I would share it. Can I share it in here? Let's have a look. No, I don't think I can. But you know, literally just pick your favorite products and work out the profits on those. It's not going to take you long, and you've got it then for the rest of your career, forever. Want to show us your recruiting tips? A webinar soon? Yes, that's fine, Trace. We'll arrange that, no problem at all. When you do a poll, do you get the person's contact details? Well, it's on a social media, so if they reply to one of your polls, you've got a way to message them. So that would be, you don't need any other details. How do I set up my own shop? Beck, if you go onto the Forever website, they will, it shows you there how to set up a shop. But you've already got a shop in your starter email. I don't know if you're new, Beck, let me know if you're new, but in your starter email, you have a link to your shop. You can also set up flp.com, but to be honest, I mean, for me, I don't use the shop on there. I just use my, the link that came in my starter email, not just guide people there. Do we share the links of these meetings? To who? I don't know. To your team? Yeah, sure. How can I gain more customers and gain a bigger following on your social media page to your shop? First of all, I never direct people to my Forever shop. I mean, this is a different webinar, so I'll like kind of, unless it's specific about planning, then I won't go into the other stuff. But Kel, just getting a bigger following on your social media is a whole thing in itself, and directing people from your social media page to your shop, I wouldn't do that. Sales is very personal, and I don't think it works to, unless you're like this big influencer, and I don't know, I mean, I have one of those in my team in the Middle East, and she's insane. She just literally directs people to her shop, and she does like loads of sales and stuff like that. But I don't do that, and I don't have that kind of following. And I would not send someone to my shop. I want to have a conversation with them. I want to find out their needs. I want to find out what specific product that I am recommending to them. So I wouldn't direct people to my shop. For Facebook page, like hashtags, content, etc. No, because it depends what your focus is. So if your focus is weight loss, then I would suggest you talk about different things relating to weight loss. You will attract more people who are interested in weight loss, and then of course they're more susceptible then for when you're marketing your weight loss products. If you're looking for recruitment, then obviously I would talk about the benefits you get, kind of, you know, running your business and the way you run it. And that would then, of course, attract more people who are interested in working in the way that you do. So it just totally depends what content. There's no like one post, oh yeah, just post this, it's amazing, everyone responds to this, you'll sell a shed load of comments, you'll sell a shed load of products, and you'll recruit a shed load of people. Like, really, if it was that simple, like, we would all just post a post. Marketing has to be a little bit more thought than that. I don't direct people to my shop. I sell through my inbox. Like, I just chat to people on inbox, and then I'll either place the order for them, or now that we have this amazing new system, I will send them the link to my shop that way. But sometimes, like, I order a lot of products to my house, and then I post out to my individual customers. Sometimes I order direct to theirs, but I like to order for them. I want to make it as simple as possible for my customers, because we buy, as consumers, we want to take the very least steps possible to make a purchase. For example, Amazon, perfect, most amazing business concept. And now I was literally just cleaning my kitchen earlier, and I thought, oh, I really need some more of those clear containers that I have. Now, you can buy them for like £3 in Home Bargains and all the cheaper shops. And on Amazon, they cost a lot of money. They're like 10 times that amount. But all I could think was like, oh, I just don't want to drive to the shop. I'm just going to order them on Amazon. It's ridiculous. I'm paying like 10 times more than what I should for them. But I just don't want to. It's just more simple to go to previous orders, order again, and I'm done. And I'll see that either tonight before 10 o'clock or tomorrow. I'm doing that because I'm a consumer, and I'm behaving the way most consumers behave, which is I want to take the least steps possible to make a sale, to get what I want to get. So that's what your customers will probably want to do too. And that is going to be maybe having a conversation with you giving them a personal service of like, oh, do you know what? This product would be amazing for you. Do you want me to pop that on the next order, or do you want me to send you that out? And I just say, transfer me the money. Once they've transferred it and the money I did so well. 50 minutes about the park. Sorry, it's only the postman. Yes, so very, very simple conversations. Do you focus on recruitment and promoting network marketing, or the products and lifestyle? So I reckon this is probably another webinar. I might be here all day otherwise. I focus on both, by the way, Elena, and like our business is both sides, so I focus on both. Talking of Amazon, which platforms are we not allowed to sell on? Any third-party platforms. So you can't sell on any other platforms, like Amazon, eBay, and all that. You can't. And I know a lot of people who just get their ID taken away. So it's definitely not worth it. Do you order for all your customers but get it sent direct to them rather than them ordering themselves? Most of the time, Alison, yeah, I do, to be honest, because when you send someone the link, then you're like, have they ordered? Have they? I'm just like, do you want me to pop your order in for you? Yeah, transfer me the money, Dal. Let me know when it's, you know, when you transferred it. I'll let you know. As soon as it hits my account, I'll place the order. I just find it easier then. And I sometimes just place it through my retail shop, if it's, you know, if that's the best way to do it. Oh, thanks, Alina. You're so sweet. Okay. They're so annoying, aren't they? Okay, I think I've covered them all. When you do your live and your personal public, I make everything of mine is public anyway, Claire. And actually, I have a few gorgeous team members and also amazing customers from when I did like a 14-day live challenge. I have no idea how they, and actually I asked one of the girls, Kirsty, like, how did you see my live for you to comment for us to start chatting? She's one of my best customers. She actually joined the Business for Discount too. And I was like, how did you? She's like, I have no idea. I have no idea how I saw it. So it does work, you know, when you're putting it out there, you will get in touch with people that never saw your stuff before and don't know who you are. The Clean 9 video I did previously, I haven't done one. I don't know what you mean. Unless you're in my team, and then yeah, I've done one for my team, but maybe. Personal page set to public. Public, I'm all public, Tina. I'm very public. Trace always does the order herself. Definition of a third-party platform, any platform that's not your forever shop. I think that's it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. You're really kind, and thanks for all your lovely comments. I'm just really glad it's helped a lot of you out. I'm actually really excited to see, some of your results for next month, because that will be really, really cool. So thanks so much. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic week. I hope you plan it out to the second, not the minutes, but the seconds. And I hope you have a really productive and a very, very rewarding week. Take care, everyone. Bye.